There are always ups and downs to life, and I'm not immune from ever being scared or sad or afraid of different circumstances at times. Unfortunately, in this world of 7 billion people, there are a small portion of population around the world who not only have personal issues, but have, unfortunately, personal motives for different things.
And in my life, seeing everyone with arms and legs, my brother and sister have arms and legs, I never imagined that I'd be happy. I wanted arms and legs so bad, and I went to school and people were looking at me, people were pointing their finger at me and laughing. I was the only one in 1989 in Australia who actually went to a normal mainstream school in a wheelchair.
Well guys, I was born this way and there's no medical reason why that happened. My brother and my sister were born with arms and legs, and sometimes in life things happen that don't make sense. My doctors never thought that I'd be able to walk, and today I'm walking.
I wanted a leg because I never would have imagined that I would ever be happy or have a purpose-filled life without limbs. You see, you can have arms and legs, but I tell teenagers all the time, I believe it's worse being in a broken home than having no arms and legs.
If you have big goals in life, the closest way to achieve them is by doing everything that you can to try to do that. Don't lollygag and piddle around and try to avoid doing that work, but figure out exactly what you need to do and go do that in order to achieve your goals and achieve your dreams. It might consist of things that you don't want to do, but will be extremely beneficial to you down the line. And it might be something that doesn't seem helpful, but once you get to the point of success, you'll realize how extremely vital that was in your trip to success. So many people decide not to take that path in life and decide to settle for all these distractions and things going on throughout their life. A huge portion of that would be just scrolling through social media on your cell phone. Imagine if you didn't do that for 30 minutes a day and you put 30 minutes a day towards working on your dreams and goals, but how much time that would add up and end up being extremely beneficial to you and your life and your aspirations. But not all of it's going to be that easy. Some of it's going to be challenging to you and push you in that direction that you want to go. It's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging. There's no getting around it. Just after you complete all these hard struggles and hardships throughout your life, once you get past those, it's all going to make sense, because when you achieve the level of success you're looking for, after going through all these trials and tribulations, it's going to make that victory so much more sweet.
If my parents never told me that I was beautiful the way that I was, if my parents never told me that I was special and that I was loved, I wouldn't be here today. Every single human being has value, and my value is not determined on how I look or what job I have or where I'm from, where I was born, how much money. All that stuff is nothing. I'm not trying to compare suffering. I want you to know right now that when you compare each other's suffering, there's no hope there. But we got to understand that brokenness is brokenness, but hope is hope. Well, it's easy for you to say. That's what I'm thinking. People that have arms and legs, well, it's easy for you. People can come in here and say, well, just be positive. Well, it's easy for you because you get to go home, and I can't go home. Beautiful miracles can come from your broken pieces. And when you don't get a miracle, you can still be a miracle for somebody else. Like the 30-odd people that I've met around the world in 63 countries who have no limbs. Can you imagine those conversations? Can you imagine the parents of the children with no limbs having conversations with my parents? It's very game-changing.
My parents always said, Nick, you don't know what you can achieve until you try it. And the doctors looked at me and said, he's not going to walk, he's not going to go to school, he's not going to do anything in his life. And then my parents, they just loved me like crazy and said, you got to try. Try this, try that, try this, try that. And I'm thinking sometimes like, Mom and Dad, you're crazy, man. I have no arms, no legs. How would I ever be able to do this or do that? But they encouraged me and they loved me.
Is there such a thing as an absolute hope? Many people have different philosophies about hope and life. I was 12 years old at an airport, and this woman, she sees me, she says, hello. I said, hello. She said, were you born this way? I said, yes. She said, have you ever wondered why? And I said, yes.
When we feel like we don't have enough love and we don't have enough hope, we start losing strength to live. For me, in my life as a child, I had a big wall. I was surrounded by 4 walls and a low ceiling of opportunity. I was set free in so many different ways, and especially surviving from day to day with my parents who loved me, who encouraged me, who told me that I was beautiful the way that I was, and not to worry about what other people said about me.
You know, when you have the voices in your head and the stuff going on, I want you to know it's not just you. There is a supernatural realm. Because when a 10-foot tall demon, these pillars here, when a 10-foot tall demon walks through your hotel room wall in San Francisco, you ain't gonna be atheist anymore.